Hello, and welcome to my pretend cooking show. All right, so today I'm going to be making right in front of your very eyes almond flour pancakes. You're going to be dazzled by how easy this is. Really, it's only 4 ingredients with 2 optional ingredients. And before I get into this, just want to tell you that the whole point of this is trying to find breakfasts that are higher in protein and lower in carbs. And I did on my Tuesday tip this week. I talked about why that's so important. So you can go check out Tuesday tip on my IGTV, and it talks about why it's so important to have your breakfast be higher protein, lower carb, unless you worked out in the morning. We want that nice level blood sugar all day because it affects your energy levels, it affects your cravings, and guess what? If your blood sugar goes up at breakfast time, you cannot burn fat, okay? Your body is incapable of burning fat when your blood sugar is high. So this is a great breakfast that you can make that is going to be higher in protein, lower in carbs depending on how you make it. We'll talk about that in a second. And it's gonna help you be nice and stable for the day. Okay, so here we go. I have everything all pre-measured, just like a fancy cooking show. All right, so almond flour. Now, I get my almond flour at Trader Joe's. It's the best price. This one is the blanched and it's super fine. So this would be a good thing to use for these pancakes because it'll make it look like real pancakes, just like Mama used to make. Or maybe not. I don't think my mom used to make me pancakes. Maybe she did. I don't remember. Or this is almond meal, okay? And I get this at Trader Joe's too. It's a little bit cheaper, but the skin is left on, so it's just gonna be a little bit more of, hey Della. Hi Ricardo, Brian's here. Hey guys. Is this gonna be a little bit more of a grainier texture, which my husband actually prefers. So I'm gonna make it with almond meal today. Okay, so either one is good to go. So here we go. 1 cup of almond flour. I'm gonna dump it in my bowl. Oh, let me turn on my burner real quick too. And then 2 eggs, okay? So with the eggs, make sure you're using a good quality egg. Don't just use those cheap 99 cents a dozen eggs, right? We want to have like cage-free, organic, all that good stuff. Okay, so that's 2 things in. Almond flour or almond meal, 2 eggs, and then I'm gonna put in a 1/4 cup of water. So there's that. Now for the sweetener, I use something called Swerve. It's a sugar replacement. It is an artificial sweetener, but it's stevia. And as far as all the research shows right now, stevia is good to go. I try not to use a lot of this. I still in my mind think it's sugar, but I have type 1 diabetes, so I'm always trying to keep the sugar intake as low as I can. So I use Swerve, stevia, whatever you want to call it, but you could use maple syrup, pure maple syrup. You could use coconut sugar. You could use raw honey, and you're only going to use about a tablespoon. So for me, I don't even measure. I just use a big spoon and just dump it in. So it's not a whole lot if you are going to use an actual sugar source. Okay, so those are our 4 main ingredients. 1/4 cup of water, cup of almond flour, 2 eggs, and a little bit of sweetener. Now this is optional, and I think it makes the pancake taste so good. Cinnamon. I put cinnamon on just about everything. I love it. And then I grind in some pink Himalayan sea salt. Just, you know, as much as you want, just a little bit. Okay, and then that's it. And then I'm gonna take my handy dandy whisk and I'm gonna mix it all up. Now here's the deal. When you mix it up, if it seems too thick, just add a tiny bit more water. If it seems too thin, add a tiny bit more almond meal. But I feel like, I don't think I've ever had to switch it up. I think it's always come out really good. So check this out. The consistency, if you can see, it's maybe a little bit runny, but it's just like pancake batter. And you're gonna be amazed at how much these taste and look like real pancakes. So I'm gonna put it in my pan. Now I'm using a non-stick pan, but if you're using a pan where you need to put some type of oil, let me show you what I recommend while this is cooking. You could use a little pat of butter and, you know, try to use butter that comes from grass-fed cows, like Kerrygold Irish butter is always a good one, or ghee, which is clarified butter. You can always get that at Trader Joe's. And I use this a lot. Trader Joe's, again, it's my side hustle all of a sudden. Trader Joe's olive oil spray. Check this out. When I look at the ingredients, organic extra virgin olive oil. There's no chemicals in this. And I have made these pancakes with this before in a pan and I can't even taste it. So great thing to do. All right, while those are cooking, let's talk about toppings, because that's where this is gonna make or break. So right now at this point, the base is super healthy, high protein, low carb, but you can't go doused a bunch of syrup on the top, okay? So when I make these for my son, he likes them with a little nut butter, and then I just put a tiny, tiny bit of pure maple syrup. A little goes a long way. So even for my son, even though there's a little bit of sugar, it's not a whole lot. And when I make them for myself, I'll put a little tiny bit of butter on top, and then I top them with berries. And when you're using fruit, remember that fruit is sugar. So berries are really low in sugar. So that's always a great thing to, berries. Also, I really enjoy, okay, I just messed one up. Sorry, I flipped it too early. I always really enjoy sliced berries and sliced almonds together. So I'm just gonna give these a couple more seconds to cook here. And the cool thing about this is just like regular pancake batter, when it bubbles and you know that's when to flip them, this will do the same thing. So why didn't I wait for that? I'm not sure. Maybe because you're watching me and I feel like pressured. Just kidding. Okay. Okay, so sugar-free strawberry jam and sugar-free syrup. What's the sweetener is what you need to look at, right? If it's stevia based, then I would feel fine with that. But if it's sucralose or something like along those lines, you want to avoid that. Sucralose is Splenda. I think most of us know NutraSweet, not a great idea. Sometimes what I'll do is I'll take fresh berries and chop them up really, really fine, so it's almost like my own jam. Okay, these have got to be good to go now. Another thing you can do that is really good is put the berries in the batter, like sliced berries in the batter. That's so good. And then a little tiny bit of butter on top. So flipping delicious. Okay, so these are just about done. And, oh, I can't believe I forgot to tell you this. I put the recipe in a cute little PDF for you guys. So if you go to my Instagram, Stress Monkey, and click on the link in my bio, it'll take you to where you can download this recipe if you want to go download it. Can't believe I forgot that. Okay. Hey, Rocco. Rock. Yeah. Come here. Watch this. I only have 10 minutes to do this, you guys, because I don't have enough followers to go longer than 10 minutes. Hey, come here. Tell everybody, do you like these pancakes?
Yeah, they're good.
They're good. They're good. Okay, I'm going to get them off of here and put them on a plate. Thanks, Mr. Rock.
You're welcome.
Okay, check these out, you guys. And this one that I messed up. Look at, can you see that? And I made them with almond meal, so again, they're gonna look a little like grainy and they're gonna taste a little more grainier. But again, Joe likes them like that, so he's out for a walk and I told him I'd make him some of these. But if you use this kind of almond flour, the super fine, they come out just like real pancakes. But look at this. Look at that. So good. They're so good. Okay, I'm glad you guys were here. That was fun. We gotta start. Oh, Michelle, I miss you. We gotta start doing this more often. Maybe next week I'll do another one. But go get the recipe in my bio on Instagram. And thanks you guys for showing up. That was really, really fun at my little pretend cooking show. All right, I'll see you guys. Mwah. Have a good day.